Hello loves, hello, hello. It is Hills here from the Blue Flame Apothecary. How are we doing? How did we make it through that massive portal of light downloads that was the 17th and 18th of this month? Whew. It was a lot, and it's still moving through. I was telling my husband earlier today that everything kind of feels like it's turned up to 11, which makes sense. We're in the 11th month, right? So today, as I record this from beautiful San Diego, it is the 1122 portal. And I had a beautiful channeling come through to share with you all about the 11-11-11-22 portals. And then we're going to dive into the Gemini Full Moon that occurs on the 27th of this month. So as I was bringing through the Cosmic Light Drops newsletter, and I'm still putting the final touches, but there's a link below when you're ready and when it's ready. The 11-11 portal occurs while the sun is in Scorpio. We can feel Scorpio energy as the depths, as navigating deep caverns and caves within our being. It also occurs while the sun is in opposition to Taurus. So one of the reasons that we call the 11-11 portal the manifestation portal is because it's connecting to that profound creation energy that is Tauran, that is the sign of Taurus, represented by Taurus. There's a reason that the bull is the symbol for the New York Stock Exchange. A bull market is a thriving, creative market, right? This is one of those fun little Easter eggs that's all over the world. If we open our eyes, we can see all of these little signposts that we've hidden around for ourselves. Taurus is also deeply connected to the Pleiades, and Alcyon, the great central star of the Pleiades, is actually at 0 degrees of Gemini. So we have the 11-11 portal, Make-A-Wish. It helps us connect to the depths of our being, which is where we create from. We can feel that as womb energy, whether you're in a feminine or a masculine, or, it doesn't matter what kind of body you're in. We all have this ability to create. We all have a sacral chakra. So when we feel the 1122, it is a portal of creative expression. We hit 1122 today, whenever you're watching this, as I'm recording it, it's today, as the sun shifts from Scorpio to Sagittarius. So the sun right now is at 0 degrees of Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy is seeking. It's looking for higher truths, exploring. There's a sense of adventure, but truth above all. Truth above all. Let me find the truth of this. Let me probe the mysteries and explore the deeper truths that may exist within me and all around me. When we have this 0 degrees of Sagittarius, the sun is exactly across from the 0 degree mark of Gemini, which is where Alcyon sits. Alcyon has been connected to the creation of the human evolutionary project, this Earth project. And Gemini is the messenger of gods and is considered to be our sense of expression and communication. Where Gemini sits in our natal charts is that place where we are expressing ourselves. The axis of Sagittarius and Gemini, which is what this full moon falls on, is seeking higher expression. If you have a north node, south node, Sagittarius, Gemini. this is part of your mission, is seeking higher expression. So the 1122 portal is bringing us through that ability to manifest and finding the higher expression of that capacity, seeking higher and higher expressions of our ability to create in the world. So when we explore the energies of 1122, we can feel that. We can feel that. So with that as our background, we can now start to feel into the energy of this Gemini full moon, which is occurring at 4 degrees of Gemini and 4 degrees of Sagittarius. During this full moon, we have 2, not just 1, but 2, mutable grand crosses. Mutable, we may remember, are signs like Sagittarius and Gemini, Virgo and Pisces. They mark the end of a season. They are the closing of a chapter. So to have 2 of these, running right now, we can start to feel how much is being templated for allowing a falling away. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, fall is beginning to give way to winter. And there is an asking of allowing that night to come, so that we can integrate all of the information, so that we can rise again like the morning sun. Rise again like the morning sun. We have Sagittarius Sun in conjunction still with Mars and Ceres. Osiris is also there now. Osiris, you may remember, you may know, is the remembered king. Osiris is the Egyptian king god, brother husband of Isis, who was dismembered, taken apart, and murdered by his brother Set. During this dismembering, he then, Set, took pieces of Osiris and scattered them to the winds, scattered them about. So that Isis, who had amazing powers of regeneration, rebirth, and creation, would not be able to bring him back. Now, Isis went into a period of grieving. We can call this the night, that period of rest, that allowing of all of the emotions to be purified through, to be felt and moved through. And then, when this period of mourning was over, went about traveling all the corners and finding all of the pieces of Osiris. She found all but one. She made that piece. She then put him back together, remembered him, and they merged in divine union and conceived Horus, which was the full, whole, unified being. When we feel into this story, part of what we are being shown is no matter how fractured, how much trauma, how much wound, how much we've hidden ourselves away from ourselves, the capacity always exists for us to remember, to come back into wholeness. So we have this beautiful template of remembering self and coming back into wholeness, conjunct the Sun and Mars and Ceres in Sagittarius, across from the Gemini moon. And then they are being crossed by Hekate and Black Moon Lilith in Virgo, and Saturn and the Magdalena in Pisces. Virgo is wholeness. It is the Virgin Priestess energy. It is that coming into deep healing, coming into and allowing deep healing to move through. Piscean energy is the energy of the higher heart. This mutable Grand Cross is helping us the moon shining this bright light into our cellars, Hekate with torch at the crossroads, Black Moon Lilith connecting us to the creation ability of the primordial feminine, Magdalena bringing in the sense of I reclaim my story. I allow all of the stories that have come before so that I can fully stand here and say, here I am. This is the truth of me. And Saturn saying, it is time to allow more ease and flow, to allow us to move this karmic journey, to move our grief and through our higher hearts, move our grief through our higher hearts, allow our emotions to be processed from this place, to allow what's falling away to fall away. Before I get to the second mutable Grand Cross, Venus wants to speak. Venus, in her morning star phase, rising just before the sun, during this full moon will be conjunct Arcturus and the South Node in Libra. This is a beautiful energy for allowing more light and more love to be moved through our depths, through the place where we have once been, through that place where we once feared to travel, with the knowing that we are being held so much, so powerfully through this. Now we come to the second beautiful Grand Cross. I have been feeling this one for a bit now. I have been, the way that this moon has been flavoring itself for me has been the wisdom moon or the Sophia moon. Sophia in Gnostic tradition is the tree of life. She is also the serpent in the Garden of Eden, the bringer of knowledge. Sophia means wisdom. Medicine in Native American tradition also means wisdom. So when we feel into a Sophia moon, what we're connecting to is that wisdom heart moon, that wisdom heart moon. Sophia is also in Virgo. There's an asteroid named for her, of course. Of course there is. Sophia's asteroid is also in Virgo, but at the other end of Virgo, at the 23rd degree, whereas Hekate and Black Moon Lilith are at the beginning of Virgo. This is connecting to Neptune. Neptune is galactic shaman, void walker, dreamer energy, retrograding through the end degrees of Pisces, the sign that Neptune rules. Through this, we have been running a square between the galactic center and Neptune since the summer. This is going to be straight through next year, straight through 2024. This particular square is happening. During this full moon, Mercury is conjunct the galactic center. So there's that Gemini energy again, right? Bringing the messages of the heavens and the earth, bringing the messages of the heavens and the earth together. Here we are allowing more energy, a focal point of energy, of the deep roots of the tree of knowledge and the high branches of the tree of knowledge, that's Sophia and Neptune, the galactic center, to be navigated by Mercury. And across from Mercury, at the end degrees of Gemini, we have Medusa, that serpent energy. We have Kundalini energy. This is a mutable Grand Cross that is bringing us through the depths to help us rise ever higher, to come into ever more light. And one of the things that Sophia's energy has been sharing with me is that she is sort of like the conductor on an express train of shadow work, of evolution. We are moving through some really, really intense times over this next year, but because of the beautiful work that the masters and our former incarnations and all of the beings of light who are holding us, because of all of this beautiful work that we have all done, we have this portals upon portals upon portals open to us to navigate through our shadow work at lightning speed. At lightning speed. Sophia is also in trine to Uranus in Taurus, which is also Kundalini energy. It is bringing us into a higher state of awareness. A higher state of awareness. Uranus is currently conjunct Isa, which is the name of Yeshua or Jesus in the Quran. Isa's energy is that of prophetic teacher. Teacher of the opening of all of our beingness to Christ consciousness. It is not a single being as the Christ. It is each of us as an open channel to Christ consciousness and then coming into the embodied form of it. And this is truly what it means to tap into the energy of Sophia, to tap into the Gnostic traditions of the Tree of Life. The true definition of this is to be the trunk, your embodied form, to be the trunk with your roots deep, 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 deep in the soil of all of the where you have been, and your branches high, 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 high in heavens, extending out to all of the creation of the cosmos. And this energy of Sophia being connected right now to the galactic center can help us connect even more to that space beyond even just our Milky Way, to the vastness of the universe and the potential therein. So, how to play with this beautiful full moon? With the trees, of course. With the trees, of course. And with self as tree of knowledge. To feel your tailbone, your legs and your feet and your roots extending out into the soil of earth. To feel how your body, your spinal column, your central channel is a channel for divine light, for the sunlight, and all of the cosmic light around us. To allow yourself to be that light wherever you are and wherever you go, and to allow it to amplify and open up even more your heart wisdom. Let me feel if there's anything more that wants to be said. I mentioned the cosmic light drops. There's a link below to sign up to receive it straight to your inbox, and depending on when you're watching it, it may already be uploaded to the blueflameapothecary.com. I will have a full moon transmission, and I'll be running the violet blue flame procedure for those in the members portal over the next couple of days. And if you're called to check that out, head on over to the Patreon. Again, links below. If this video was something that resonated with you, please like it. Please subscribe. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to be there before we move into December. That would be amazing. So yeah, subscribe. That's so much fun. Let's get to 1,000, right? We can have a little party. Oh. There's a lot more. There's always more than I can put into one of these videos that's going on in the cosmic template. I put quite a bit of it into the cosmic light drops. There will be more when I talk about this beautiful lunation that we're in. Yeah, that's it. Yes, I see it. That's where we're gonna end. One of the things that you may notice if you watch these videos, or as you're watching this video now, is that what just happened happens sometimes, where I'll kind of look up and out over my shoulder and say, oh yes, I see it, thank you. As an open channel, and as someone who is very deeply connected to seeking highest truth, I have a North Node wobble. I'm a cusp between the end of Scorpio and the beginning, the 0 degree of Sagittarius. So as we sit here and I'm talking to you right now, the sun is actually transiting my North Node. Part of the expression of this particular North Node is to be a seeker of the mysteries, an explorer of the mysteries, and one who is in a constant search for the highest possible truth. And so when that's happening, there is the highest aspects of my beingness that come in and share, oh, this is something to share with everyone right now. This is the light that wishes to express through your voice at this moment. And the reason it's come through to share this with you in this moment also is because each and every one of us has that capacity. Each and every one of us has that capacity. That is part of what the Sagittarius-Gemini Axis is about. We are in a portal of massive awakening on a scale that this planet has never seen before. And each of us, part of what is waking up is that ability to express light through our voice, And so I invite you, the divine invites you through me, through my voice, to sing, to praise life and love and light, and to open up to receive higher and higher frequencies of love, to fine-tune your channel of love, your channel of expression, which is the fullness of your entire channel. This is also part of the energy of Venus and Arcturus in the South Node playing together in Libra, in that beautiful opposition to the North Node and Eris, helping us to find new ways to create. The word cord, of course, is in discord, which Eris is the goddess of. All right, I think that's where we're going to close, beaming so much, and so many loves and infinite gratitudes to you, as always, in always, from, through, and beyond the all dimensions.